Don't be sheep. Hello, beautiful people, gentlemen, and some ladies. So today's video, don't be sheep. We all know the phrase, in order to get successful, you have to figure out what everybody is doing and then do the opposite. I was just having a conversation with somebody that I picked up earlier today. Most of you don't know I do rideshare. So picked up somebody today and he was telling me about his brother and sister who have not talked in 2 years due to this last election. So I guess one was on one side of the coin and the other was on the other. But it's funny that two people grew up together in the same household, supposedly love each other, but now, due to political views, now they don't talk. They haven't talked in the last 2 years. I think it's just stupid, if you really ask me. And this is a trend that in society happens a lot. Like, people cannot think for themselves for some odd reason. It's like, these people are doing this, then let's all go do that. You can tell with all the trends that happen. Most of the trends have good intention behind them. But people are like sheep. When somebody's doing something and it's working out, everybody flocks that way. You need to learn to be your own man. Guys, I'm talking primarily to guys. You need to learn to be your own man. You need to think for yourself. You need to make your own decisions. You need to stand by yourself. So pretty much figure out what you want out of life and then go attack it. Because you probably hear this a lot in success circles, and it is the truth. You will not get wealthy and have freedom working for somebody else. You can scratch that. You can forget about that. That will never happen. I don't care if you're the CEO of whatever. If you work for somebody, they have their thumb over you. And at any given moment, they can take that job or that career, whatever, from you if they feel like it. So you have no control. So you have to build something for yourself. That way, nobody will be able to take that from you. And you can pass that down along to your children. That way they have something to start off on. And they don't start at the bottom like you did. I'll give another example of some of you who may be entrepreneurs. Have you ever pitched your ideas to some of your friends, family, whoever? And you always get this, oh, this does not work, or I read this on the internet. Can I tell you something that most people will not tell you? Anything that you put your mind to works. If somebody tells you that they tried something and it did not work, they're the failure. End of story. If you want something to work, you have to start it, don't quit, and see it all the way to the end. So, entrepreneurs, you show this to your friends, oh, that doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. People have been conditioned to work. I mean, it starts from, and I've heard several of the content creators that I follow say this too, from school to, it actually starts when you're a kid. So the conditioning. So when you're a kid, your parents do the thinking for you. You go to school, your teachers do your thinking for you. You go to your job after school, your boss does your thinking for you. And then somebody comes along and is like, hey, I know of a way that you can make a living for yourself, be self-sustainable. You can start your own business. And they're like, huh, because they've never been taught to think for themselves. Somebody has always done the thinking for them. So don't be sheep. Learn to think for yourself. I mean, follow successful people. Read books. I'm one of those people who, my father actually instilled this gift in me from a young age of reading. But as I got older, kind of strayed away from it. When I left school, I was like, that's it, I'm done with books. But there's this saying, or it's phrase, it says, if you want to hide something from people, or if you want to hide knowledge from people, put it in books, because people do not read. And that's a huge mentality. I mean, if you look at everything in the world, stay away from what the crowd is doing. Do your own thing. That is the only way you'll make it in life, and you'll be happy. And by do your own thing, I don't mean just go out there into the world, guns blazing all by yourself. Anything that you build, you will need help. There is no, back home where I'm from, we have a saying that says, Mutu umodzi, su senzadenga, which means one head will not be able to support the whole roof. Which to me translates as one post cannot support a roof. You need multiple posts. So, my dad is a very wise man. And if I can impart some knowledge, some wisdom from him that he instilled in me from a young age, is listen to everybody, because you can learn something from everyone. But whatever you hear, it doesn't matter, from people, the news, whatever. Question everything. My father taught me that. And I hope that will be able to help some of you gentlemen in your life journey as well. Take care.